Today in the Daily Dose, George H.W. Bush. Born in 1924 Milton, Massachusetts, the son of Senator Prescott Bush, George H.W. Bush attended the elite Phillips Academy in Andover until Japan's unprovoked attack on American naval assets at Pearl Harbor on December 7, 1941. Enlisting into the Navy on his 18th birthday, Bush became the youngest naval fighter pilot during World War II, flying 58 combat missions, including a September 2, 1944 bombing run over the Japanese island of Chichijima, when his TBM Avenger was shot down by enemy aircraft fire. The only survivor of 3 aviators, Bush floated in the Pacific Ocean for 4 hours until he was rescued by the USS Finback, a Gato-class submarine. Marrying his prep school sweetheart Barbara Pierce in January of 1945, Bush graduated from Yale with an economics degree before starting an oil and gas exploration company in 1953, which ultimately made him a wealthy man. Elected to the U.S. House of Representatives in 1966, Bush would later be appointed as U.S. Ambassador to the United Nations, headed the Republican National Committee during the Watergate scandal, U.S. envoy to China, and director of the CIA, before running for president in 1980. Losing his party's nomination, Bush became the 2-term vice president under Ronald Reagan's presidency from 1981 to 1989, winning the White House during the election cycle of 1988 against Democratic candidate Michael Dukakis. During his 1-term presidency, Bush skillfully handled complex foreign affairs, including the fall of the Berlin Wall and the removal of Panamanian dictator Manuel Noriega from power. When Iraqi dictator Saddam Hussein invaded Kuwait on August 2, 1990, Bush's swift response during 2 offensives known as Desert Shield and Desert Storm gave him one of the highest approval ratings in American presidential history. Losing to Bill Clinton in the presidential election cycle of 1992 due to a failing economy and perceptions that he was out of touch with average Americans, Bush remained active in retirement until his death on November 30, 2018, leaving behind a legacy example of patriotism and leadership. And there you have it, George H.W. Bush, today in the Daily Dose. Get your nerd on with the Daily Dose. And if you enjoyed today's episode, share the link with a friend or colleague so that they too can learn something new every day.